Alright, so next, I see here we're going to be talking about Division versus Anthem. And I keep asking Colby what that means. And every time I ask him, he's like, Division versus Anthem. That's all you got to know. So I don't know. I'm going into this blind. Okay, what are we going to talk about, Colby? Division versus Anthem. Go.
Right. This is a big story in my world, at least. We've been hearing a lot of bad news about Anthem. And I think Anthem is one of the most upcoming games of this season.
As we've discussed.
Right. And we really were giving it high praise last time we talked about it. So I think the tides have turned on Anthem.
Why?
Because there was a private beta that received a lot of bad press. So a lot of people couldn't log on. A lot of people were getting glitches during gameplay. It really wasn't a good look for the game at all.
Spend some time here by this base cannon.
Combos depend on your abilities. Some abilities prime targets, then others detonate them. Okay. I wasn't doing anything.
And the fact that the game is being published by EA in the first place has a lot of people hesitant towards this game. A lot of people are saying that the only reason that they even let out this private beta was because of EA pushing them to give pre-order incentives, because getting people to pre-order is really big for companies nowadays, so that they can see their sales projections.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say estimate projections for sales.
Right.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I think that EA was really pushing Anthem in a wrong
EA
direction
games,
here.
God damn it.
Yeah, they haven't had a good track record these past few years, and they're really.
Are they gonna ruin the Anthem?
I think that they might.
It looked so cool, man.
It does look really cool, but I think this is one of those games that we're gonna have to wait a few weeks, months, years to really get the best game, because I think it's gonna take a lot of updates. Like maybe like that first Destiny game. When you first played Destiny, it was horrible. It had glitches. People were using loot caves to get loot. It was super glitchy. But by the end of its cycle, people thought Destiny was one of the best games ever. So,
whoa.
Maybe not you, but some people did think Destiny was a great game, and I don't think it was a bad game in any way. But also, I didn't last that long in it. So yeah, like I said,
long, Colby. Got him.
Fuck you. So like I said, I think this is gonna take a few updates here for Anthem to be a good game. I think it's a game that you shouldn't buy first thing.
Okay.
So the reason why it's Anthem versus Division,
is
because I think
Division is way better. So good and whatever. I'm downloading it right now for 3 days, whatever.
Yeah, I have been downloading it, the private beta, which you have to be pre-ordered to get, which I advise you, if you're listening to this before Monday the 11th.
Dates.
If you're watching before that, go out and pre-order it, because you can get into the private beta and at least try it out. And this is a game who's on its second installment, and I feel like it has all the advantages that Anthem doesn't, basically. Has the fact that they've already been through that first week debacle. They've already gone through all that, so they have the experience.
Who's the creator?
I think Ubisoft. Not sure on that. I'll have to check.
Better track record than EA Games lately.
Definitely.
To be honest.
But yeah, the Division is looking really good, and they recently announced that all their DLC was going to be free to all the players.
That's awesome. You know what really grinds my gears? DLC that you have to pay, and of course I pay anyways if it's a game that I really like.
Right.
But yeah, that's goals right there. Free DLCs.
I think
I have to pay $5 for the Piranha Plant in Super Smash Bros. And I paid it. I paid for that shit.
That's pretty cheap considering some of these other DLCs that we see nowadays.
True.
But yeah, I think that the Division and its team has learned a lot from that first game, and they're really well implementing it into this second one. It's moved into Washington, so they say that they have a 1-to-1 scale of Washington in their game.
Well, for real?
That's what they say.
Damn.
That's part of their marketing material. So
hey.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
So you're gonna break into the White House?
I hear that the White House is like your base of operations.
Lit. That's pretty cool.
And that you build it up like throughout the game.
That's pretty cool.
Now, did you ever play Division 1?
Negative.
Okay, so I think it'd be interesting to get your take on how the Division is. It's a third-person shooter.
You lost me. It's over. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's definitely different than most games, but since you play Fortnite, I think that you'd be used to it.
Yeah, that's true. I was really hesitant about Fortnite because it was third person, and then I ended up enjoying it, even though I haven't played in a long time, and Fortnite's dead now, officially.
It's not dead, but...
It's...
You think Apex Legends is going to beat out Fortnite?
Fuck yeah, it is.
We're going to see, but that's a topic for another day.
Okay.
I definitely think the Division is going to beat out Anthem.
From what you make a very compelling argument, Colby.
Right?
You do.
There's a lot towards...
Do you work at a law firm? I'm just kidding.
There's a lot going for the Division, but the fact that Anthem is coming out, I think like a month before, it's coming out February 22nd, I want to say. I think that might persuade a lot of those people who can only buy like one game a year away from buying the Division, and I think that's not the way to go. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think you should wait on Anthem. Dissuade people from buying Anthem, at least at first. I think that Anthem is definitely going to be a good
Sponsored
game.
by Ubisoft.
I think that Anthem is definitely going to be a good game, but like I said, you're going to have to wait on it. And that's just a fact of
Tom Clancy's
these massive multiplayer games that are trying to start new IPs, and it's hard to do. Which you would think that EA would help with that, considering they've done it so often. But I guess with EA's track record, they're not looking to help anyone.
Since this is EA and this is a big company, I expect nothing but perfection in 2 minutes and 31 seconds. It's just gonna immediately come up. Everything's gonna be fine, no problems, bug-free, perfect gaming experience. I expect absolutely nothing less from a multi-bajillion-dollar company. And I think you're all with me, aren't you?
Which is interesting because EA is publishing Apex Legends too. Yeah.
Plot twist.
But again, a topic for another day.
What?
Yeah, so I want to get you to maybe try both. I know that that's going to be hard considering they both come out so close to each other. I mainly want you to try both because I want friends to try both.
This man doesn't want to play alone. I feel you though. I feel you. No one likes to play games alone.
Both these games are definitely games you need to have
a squad
friends with.
Okay.
But that's not to say that you can't find them in the game, because I remember the Division you would see.
You had online friends?
Right. Well, yes. My mom calls them my imaginary friends. But they definitely are real.
Gotti! Part 2. You get that? You got yourself, sorry.
Yeah, I kind of did. That's okay. Jesus. But the Division, how it's set up is, I think, very friendly to players teaming up and also betraying each other. Because since you didn't play the first, I'll explain to you the free roam system. So there's areas in the map where you can't really fight other players, but there's other areas in the map where you can get really good loot, but you could also be killed by other players. It's like a PvP kind of area.
Got it.
You could team up with players in that area, but
you can betray
you
them.
could also team kill. So at the end of your missions, you could kill all your teammates,
Sounds
steal
like a
all their
Colby
stuff.
move. That sounds like a Colby move.
Well,
I don't know if I want to play with you.
That's why I like the game.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it really incentivizes you not to sometimes do that, because then you get like a marker on your head for everyone to see that you're like a bad guy. And they get like a bounty for killing you. it's a really fun game, and it really tried to progress the massive multiplayer genre. And again, with those first game woes, it kind of stumbled. But I think that with this second game, it's really gonna, I think it really should get popular.
Well, maybe I'll give it a shot.
Wow.
If you buy it. All right, you heard it here. You heard it here.
This guy always wants me to buy his shit. God.
Hey man, I got a budget.
So after that, I think we're done with the podcast today.
Yep. So as always, like, comment, and subscribe our content. We're gonna be putting out some stuff as we do. Video on YouTube, podcast on Spotify. Tell your friends about it. Tell your fam about it. Get the Burso Bros some exposure.
And like I always say, if you have any suggestions for us, please send it over. And other than that, I think we're good on today's topics.
Yeah, we'll catch you next time.